the hayd is something which is recognized in Quran. The masail, the issues regarding it are in hadith and in Quran to some extent, and not in a lot of detail. Meaning some of the things which are, for example, there is no explanation of hayd, what hayd is. Because hayd is not something which Sharia brought. People knew what hayd is, people knew what menstruation is. It gave us the ruling on menstruation. The Sharia doesn't say, oh, this is what hayd is. People knew what hayd is. It says, oh, this is hayd. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْمَحِيضِ. The people ask you about the hayd. قُلْ هُوَ أَذَى. When Allah said, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْمَحِيضِ, they ask you about the ruling of hayd. Ruling of hayd. It didn't say, this is what hayd is. But they said the ruling of it. Sharia gives ruling. Now because some of the evidence is open to interpretation, and some of the evidence which is from people's understanding, which differs. So there are many different views in the way the fuqaha has approached the matter of hayd. Okay? Firstly, what is the minimum age of hayd? When can hayd start, menstruation start? In reality, bleeding can start at any age. And the functioning of the menstrual cycle can start at any age. In Sharia, any bleeding which is before the age of 9 is not considered hayd. The fuqaha do not consider any bleeding like menstruation before the age of 9, the lunar year. They do not consider that hayd. Okay, so the rulings of hayd, they do not apply to young girls below 9 years old. If you look in the recent medical records, you will find the youngest mother, I'm talking from the recent history, the youngest mother, there are mothers age 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, even 5. Your mind will think, how does it happen? Allahu Alam. I didn't make the records, but it's above our understanding. But what it tells us that bleeding starts before that age. But Islamically, youngest age, what can be considered hayd is 9-year-old. Okay? For some people, it may be after 9. At 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And to be honest, there is no set date. Everyone develops differently. But once a girl or a boy, okay, they reach the age of 15, they are, if a girl who has reached the age of 15, Islamic years, lunar years, which will be like 14 and a half years, and she has not had her menstruation, she will be considered baligh. She will be considered legally an adult. Okay, once menstruation starts, the rulings which are for adults, for salah, fasting, and so on, if they are healthy enough to carry out those duties, they become fard on them. Now, if someone has reached the age of 14 and a half in our times, or Islamically 15 lunar years, and they have not seen any bleeding, then that woman would be considered baligh. she will have to resume her life like an adult and carry, and everything which would be fard on her as well. Okay? For a boy, if he does not have a wet dream by the age of 15, then he's Islamically he is considered baligh. Okay, and same for women. The menstruation would be the start if it's after age of 9 onwards. But if it doesn't happen, they cannot be child forever. They will become baligh, they will become mature or adult in the Islamic understanding as soon as they reached 15 years. And I think fuqaha almost agree on that. So, in normal cases, adulthood starts for a woman when she starts her menstruation, and boys when they have a wet dream, and as long as she's over the age of 9, and if that doesn't happen by the age of 15, Islamic year, lunar year, which is a bit shorter than the Georgian year, then they will be considered adults. So far clear? Okay. Women normally tend to see the end of menstruation as well, but it differs from woman to woman. Some in their 40s, mid 40s, some in 50s, 60s, and some even up to 70, they have menstruation. It differs greatly in women, but at one point they will stop having menstruation. It doesn't mean they become child again. They will continue to do their duties, but that means they have grown out of the phase of reproduction. They can't get pregnant, but they can continue their life. So there is no set date for that. This differs in women to women, and sometimes even location to location. People have different part of the world. People are different.